For introduction, drug discovery is a long and complex process that aims to develop safe and effective medicines. So it starts with identifying biological target related to a disease, followed by validating that this target is important for a treatment. So after that, scientists identify and optimize lead compounds to improve their effectiveness and also the safety. So figure 1 indicate that the stage of drug discovery and development process, where basically there are 11 stages of drug discovery as stated in the slide. So I will explain it one by one on the next slide. This slide is about stage of drug discovery, starting with target identification, where we want to identify biological cause disease and also find molecular targets such as protein, gene, and also enzyme by using several methods like bioinformatics data mining, gene expression studies, and also pathway analysis. So moving on to the next one, which is the target validations, where we want to confirm that target is linked to disease and do tests if modifying changes disease outcome. So we are using several techniques like gene knockdown, antibodies blocking target, and also ensure that the target is clinically relevant. So the next one is the lead identification, where we want to find the chemical compound by using several sources like natural product, high throughput screening, and also chemical libraries that can act on its target. So the fourth one is the lead optimizations, where we want to improve lead compound properties and also modify structure to increase potency, selectivity, safety, and also the stability one. So the last one is to evaluate ADMET properties, which is the absorption, distributions, metabolism, and also excretion, then toxicity. Continue with product characterization, which is the molecule is characterized by its size, shape, strength, weakness, use, toxicity, and also biological activity. So in the early stages of pharmacological studies, it is helpful to characterize the mechanism of action of the compound itself. So for the formulations and also developments, so pharmaceutical formulation is a stage of a drug development during which the physiochemical properties of active pharmaceutical ingredient, or also known as API, are characterized to produce a bioavailable, stable, and optimal dosage form for a specific administration routes. And for the 7th point, which is a preclinical research. So the preclinical research are tasks in animals to evaluate toxicity and drug behavior in the body. So if it is successful, the drug move into clinical trials, which are conducted in 3 main phases involving human volunteer to test safety, effectiveness, and also the side effect. Moving on to the next one, which is the investigation of a new drug, which is drug developer must file an investigation new drug application to FDA before commencing clinical research. So in the IND application, developer must include 5 things, which are preclinical and toxicity study data, drug manufacturing informations, clinical research protocols for a study to be conducted, previous clinical research data, and the last one is information about the investigator or the developer itself. So for the next point, which is the clinical trials, basically there are 4 phases, starting for the phase 0 up until phase 4. So as you guys can see, what can happen for each of the phase itself. So the last one is the approval and post-market, where new drug applications, which is NDA, was submitted to the FDA. So it must include all research data, and if it is approved, the drug will be marketed. And for the phase 4, which is the last phase, the post-market monitoring, and we will monitor either if we want to detect the long-term side effect itself. So for this slide, it's about the modern advancement. So we are referring to the second article according to the Nicolau 2014, where the modern drug discovery is improving through computational modeling, structural biology, and high throughput screening. So these technologies help scientists design better drugs more efficiently. In this slide, it is about the development highlighted in these drug discovery processes, which are key innovation, role of natural product, and also the challenges, where modern approaches like multi-target drugs and personalized medicines are transforming pharmaceutical research, where natural product also remain an important sources of a new drug molecules. In conclusion, drug discovery is continuously evolving, and modern advancements are making the process faster, more precise, and more effective in treating a disease.